Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and it's new release Saturday. Today we're going to take a look at the film we were supposed to cover last week, Black Adam, starring Dwayne Johnson, Aldous Hodge, Noah Centino, Quintessa Swindell, Pierce Brosnan, Sarah Sahi, and Marwan Kenzari. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, new release Saturday. As I said in the introduction, today we're going to cover Black Adam, which was supposed to be new release Saturday last week. As you may or may not already know, I was unable to get to the multiplex last week, so the movie review that was supposed to be for November 19th, Weird, the Al Yankovic story, got moved up to last weekend. So this weekend, taking a look at Black Adam. And our movie opens in 2600 BC as the tyrannical king Akhton of Kahndaq creates the crown of Sabak in order to obtain great power. After attempting to stage a revolt a young slave boy is given the powers of Shazam by the Council of Wizards, transforming him into Kandak's heroic champion who kills Akton and ends his reign. Back in the present day, Kandak is now oppressed by Intergang as Adriana Tomaz, an archaeologist and resistance fighter, tries to locate the crown of Sabak with the help of her brother, Karim, and their colleagues, Samir and Ishmael. As Adriana obtains the crown, Intergain ambushes them and kills Samir, forcing Adriana to read an incantation that awakens Teth Adam, who she believes to be Kandak's champion, from his slumber. After he slaughters most of the Intergang troops, U.S. government official Amanda Waller deems Adam to be a threat and contacts the Justice Society to apprehend him. Justice Society members Hawkman, Cyclone, Dr. Fate, and Adam Smasher arrive just in time to prevent Adam from causing further destruction to Kondak and Intergain's troops, and explain to Adriana that Adam was not an entombed savior, but an imprisoned madman. Ishmael then reveals himself to be the leader of Intergain in Kondak by pursuing Adriana's teenage son, Amon, who has stolen and hidden the crown. Adam, Adriana, and the Justice Society find the crown and they intend to trade it for Amon. Once they reach Ishmael, he reveals that he is the last descendant of King Akhtun, and he desires his rightful place on the throne. Adriana willingly gives Ishmael the crown in order to save Amon's life, but Ishmael betrays his part of the deal and shoots at Amon. This causes Adam, while attempting to save Amon, to lose control and destroy the hideout with his power, killing Ishmael and wounding Amon in the process. Guilt-ridden, Adam flees to the ruins of Akhtun's palace and reveals to Hawkman that the legends of Kandak's champion were misattributed, and it was really Adam's son, Harut, who was granted the powers of Shazam and became Kandak's champion. Knowing that Harut was invincible, Akhtun instructed assassins to execute Harut's family, including Adam and Harut's mother. However, Harut gave Adam his powers in order to save his life, and Akhtun's assassins immediately killed the now powerless Harut, causing an enraged Adam to slaughter all of the king's men and inadvertently destroy Kandak's palace. Subsequently deemed unworthy by the Council of Wizards, Adam killed all of them except for Shazam in the fight, who ended up imprisoning him, as well as the crown of Sabak, within what became Adam's tomb. Feeling incapable of becoming a true hero, Adam surrenders himself, and the Justice Society take him to a secret underwater Task Force X black site in Antarctica, where Dr. Fate has a premonition of Hawkeye's impending death. As the Justice Society returns to the city, they realize that Ishmael intentionally provoked Adam to kill him while he wore the crown so as to be damned to hell and reborn as the champion of the 6 demons of Sabak, arising from the underworld in order to claim his throne and the power held within. When Sabak summons the legions of hell to terrorize Kondak, The townspeople are rallied together by Aman, Adriana, and Karim to help repel the demons, while the Justice Society prepare to face Sabak. However, Dr. Fate creates a magic force field around the ruins, preventing his teammates from entering, disclosing that Hawkman's death can be avoided with his own sacrifice. As he fights Sabak alone, Fate uses astral projection to release Adam from his cell while talking to him in his cryosleep. Sabak kills Dr. Fate, dissolving the force field, which allows the other heroes to fight. Adam arrives just as Sabak is about to kill the Justice Society, and, with aid from Hawkman, using Dr. Fate's helmet, Adam is able to kill Sabak. The Justice Society then departs, now on good terms with Adam, who accepts his new role as Kahndaq's protector after destroying the old throne and adopting a brand new name, Black Adam. In our mid-credits scene, Amanda Waller communicates with a defiant Adam and warns him against leaving Kahndaq. Superman then arrives and suggests to Black Adam that they should talk as our movie comes to its end. Much like everything Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has done in recent years, I absolutely loved Black Adam. I sat there, though, for a good chunk of it, like puzzled, because I didn't really know Black Adam's story. There's a lot of comic book characters that are getting movies these days that I don't know a lot about their backstory because I don't read comics. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching some of this, and I'm scratching my head as to why Black Adam, Teth Adam, was given this power from the gods if all he was going to do was be a villain with them, be a dick. And then we get the backstory about how the powers were really given to Harut. Harut bestowed them on his father to save his life, only for Adam to watch his son get murdered in front of him. And then it makes a little bit more sense. And you're like, okay, he's out for vengeance against the people that killed his son and took his family from him. Now we get it a little bit. It's very Punisher-esque in that concept, where now he's an anti-hero of sorts out for justice for people that wronged him. And I was able to accept that a little bit better. All in all, though, I thought it was a really good film. I thought that the members of the Justice Society, Hawkman and Cyclone and Atom Smasher and Dr. Fate, I thought they all did really good. I thought all of the actors did amazing in their parts, especially Pierce Brosnan, man. I thought he was great as Dr. Fate. He was so good. Very much had that, we'll call it Connery-esque aura about him. If you think about like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and the way Sean Connery portrayed Alan Quatermain, he kind of just had that distinguished elder statesman style to him. And I dug that from Pierce Brosnan. I thought Aldous Hodge did a great job as Hawkman. Quintessa Swindell, I thought, did amazing as Cyclone. Honestly, I'm sitting there the entire time and I'm like, is that Sarah Jeffries from Disney, from Descendants and stuff? It ended up not being her, obviously, but she bore such a resemblance to her that I thought that's who it was at first until I saw the credits. Seeing Amanda Waller, Viola Davis, come back and reprise that role from Suicide Squad and other DC movies, I thought was cool. The Task Force X prison site, nice little touch there, way to throw a nod into the Suicide Squad. I thought the appearance of Henry Cavill as Superman at the very end, oh, I loved it. I have never been a Supes guy. You can go back, you can watch my reviews from last year where I discussed the Superman series. I've always been Team Bat over Team Boy Scout. And it took Henry Cavill to really make me appreciate Superman. Specifically, as much as it's lampooned, the opening sequence of the regular Justice League, not the Snyder Cut. Still haven't seen the Snyder Cut. But the opening sequence of the theatrical Whedon Justice League, where kids are interviewing Superman, that's what sold me on Henry Cavill as the last son of Krypton. That's when I was really to truly appreciate the way he portrayed him in Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice. Was that little scene in the beginning of Justice League just sold me on everything about him as that character. So seeing him come back at the tail end of this with the traditional S curl, I loved it. I popped so hard for that. Everything I'm reading says that Black Adam is supposed to be the re-jump off point, the relaunch of the DCEU. Everything that happened in the past more or less doesn't exist. This is the starting point. So I don't know how accurate that's going to end up being, because you've already got Amanda Waller from Suicide Squad in this. You've got Henry Cavill as Superman in this. So I don't know how accurate that's going to end up being, but either way, it was awesome to see those characters back. When it comes to my rating for Black Adam, I am going to give it, only because I sat there puzzled through a good chunk of it, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I feel if they had given us the backstory about Harut and Adam getting his powers from him earlier in the movie, it would have made some of the stuff that we saw make more sense. But the way they did it, you almost have to go back and re-watch it now, knowing that backstory for the first half of the movie to make any sense to you. Had they done that one little difference, I feel like this probably would have been a 4 or a 4.5 star movie for me. But 3.5 out of 5 isn't so bad. What did you guys think of Black Adam? Let me know if you're watching the premiere. Leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your comments and thoughts down here. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction in the comments below. You know I'm always asking for it. Let's do it. And make sure you guys tune in later today, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, as well as on the Jeff Meacham Network and across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media, as we hopefully bring to you Hard Times, the NWA's last event of the year. We were supposed to have Jeff Meacham and Noah Foster on the call for this one. Unfortunately, Jeff got called into work. Noah's status is questionable now. He doesn't know if he's going to be able to purchase the event or if he's going to be able to get login information to be able to see it. So it is still a question mark right now as to whether or not this will be covered. However, hopefully it is. I have been tagged in to take Jeff's place and doing color commentary. We just need our play-by-play man. Regardless, if this does happen, it will go live 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern, with open mic night immediately following. And if it doesn't happen, we will still have open mic night, 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 Eastern, regular starting time, if there is no PLE. So you're just going to have to stay tuned and see what happens. However, tomorrow, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, it'll be time to once again step into the war zone. That's right, it'll be time for another edition of the Weekly Acquisition Report, the show where I, the Renegade, give you, the viewers, a taste of the latest additions to my ever-growing movie library. This time it'll be Blu-rays found from Goodwill. You guys know I love going on Thursdays. They have their $2 tag of the week sale. These are some Blu-rays that I picked up from there over the last couple weeks. You're not going to want to miss out on any of that coverage, both right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, as well as over on the Jeff Meacham Network, across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media. We've got hot times, if you will, hopefully, open mic night, the War Zone, and so much more in store for the month of November. Stay tuned. To all my loyal fans and viewers, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on. That way you're alerted anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, or anytime we go live, as is the case with Open Mic Night, Stat Boy Sports Bar, pay-per-view PLE coverage, etc. Share this video with your family, friends, loved ones, co-workers, movie fanatics, cinephiles, fans of Dwayne Johnson, Aldous Hodge, Henry Cavill, Viola Davis, Pierce Brosnan, etc. Anybody that you can think of that would enjoy this video and this review, share it with them. It's the only way we're going to boost up my visibility in YouTube's algorithms so I can get monetized, make some money on this endeavor. Thank you once again to everyone who joined me, tuned in today. It means more to me than you'll ever know. And I will see you guys next time.